Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the San Francisco 49ers and the Los Angeles Rams. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. Well, this defense for the Rams, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Second down, here's Mostert again. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Garoppolo. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Staying on his feet, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. Sebastian Joseph Day able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage, well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. Play action, Garoppolo. He's got Ayuk once again. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Now a handoff, Sermon. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
And Gold is able to put it through. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on first and 10. First carry now for the Memphis man, Darrell Henderson. And this will go for 5 up to the 33. Now these two division rivals, a couple of late games on the schedule this year. Their first meeting, you might remember, was back in Week 10, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
Defenses always have a goal of holding a runner under 100 yards. Well, he went over 150 last week, won NFC Player of the Week award honors. And guess what? He's got a chance to do it again because of that vision he has. He sees holes that maybe don't exist.
And he's going to have a Rams first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
As a defense, what a nuisance when you look on the other side and they've got a tight end that can run a post route like that. And you felt the ground shake, didn't you? Oh, you've been all the way up here in this booth. How about when he grabbed the football? You could see the terror as everyone was thinking, do I even want to try and tackle that big man? And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
2nd and 1 from the 2. On the handoff, Henderson. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. Henderson. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Darrell Henderson. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Rams have taken the lead. And he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And we see James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football because, as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Got an open man, that's Campbell. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Garoppolo now. Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes. Sebastian Joseph Day picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. There's Garoppolo to throw. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. Here's Mitch Wishnowski now on to punt. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here's Jackson to return. Penalty stings big time there. Wipes away a very good return.
And they work on it so hard because the goal is give yourself some space for your offense to really work. Try and gain an additional first down outside the 20 or 25-yard line. Instead, this one's going to come back.
He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And that is incomplete. So, Charles, we have reached the end here of a long season, Week 18, which we don't say very often, although this is not the first Week 18 that the NFL has ever seen.
Not at all. And, Brandon, some of the people might be a little bit too young to remember. But back in 1993, the league experimented with giving teams 2 open weeks for the year. And we also saw Week 18 when the league was on pause for a few weeks in 2001 following the attacks on September 11th.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Stafford's throw pulled in by Woods. And the ball is knocked out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure.
After reviewing the play, the rule on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. On 2nd down, back to Henderson. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. From the gun, here's Stafford. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Stafford on 1st down. That's complete to his running back, Jefferson. And the Rams are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Now a handoff, Henderson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Darrell Henderson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. This time, the extra point up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was all polished off by Darrell Henderson's touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Got a man. That's Ayuk. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free, and there's another example, another incompletion.
To throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. Campbell making the catch. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. Garoppolo looks to throw once more.
That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield.
And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Final 12 seconds of the half now, as they've got it 1st and 10. Stafford. And Woods has it complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. They'll keep it on the ground again here. So we have reached, and okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. Jackson now to return. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Stafford now to throw. He's got Higbee complete right side. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
From just shy of midfield, Stafford. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
Boy, that completion comes with a high degree of difficulty, especially on the catch. Had to look that one in one-handed, able to do so, and ends up picking up a 1st down as well.
They'll run on 1st down. Henderson, and they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
78 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. For a lot of people, the MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. That false start knocks him back behind the 10 now as they'll try again. 1st and goal. Stafford. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal. Here's Henderson. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Darrell Henderson, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Rams take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it was all polished off by Darrell Henderson's touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Here's 2nd and a yard. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now Mostert. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. And it's still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he is going to have a Niners first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On the handoff, Sermon. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Now Garoppolo. James has got it, complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 33. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. That's caught by Ayuk on the slant. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Stafford. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. He's got a man. Complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, L.A. Deshaun Jackson. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Rams have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. On 1st down, Garoppolo. This to the outside, it's Sermon. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Garoppolo's throw on target to James. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down. Garoppolo looks to throw. That'll be caught. It's Steven Sims. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 10 and a 49er 1st down. To throw is Garoppolo. And now Garoppolo lost the football. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way.
Oh, you got to feel it, baby.
And they're going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A. We know this defense has some playmakers. We saw it right there. Well, really, we've seen it the whole game.
Isn't it nice to see that on the opposite side of the ball? Respect, my man, respect. The defensive guys are outscoring their opposing offense.
Yeah, they're outscoring him indeed with that score alone. Gay is on for the point after. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football. We witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground And then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And incomplete on the deep ball.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield because you know he's got to look for the football, knowing full well he's got a man coming his way, full steam, and he broke that one up.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Kyle Shanahan, an offensive mind, but his guys stopped up short. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Out of the gun, Stafford. This one brought in by Jefferson. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And that is going to skip out of bounds. So a break there for sure. They'll hold on to the possession at the 5-yard line. Looking at it from the defense's perspective, they could have really used the football to try to start eating into this deficit.
Yeah, because now possession's so crucial at this stage of the game. And
he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was all polished off by Darrell Henderson's touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And now Garoppolo lost the football, but an alert 49er able to gain possession, so they will indeed hold on to the pigskin. So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. Now back to throw. Catch made here by Campbell. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speed.
They're looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by David Long, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Stafford going to throw it. Looking this time for Woods, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41, the 20, and into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Jackson now to return. Oh, good return up past the 30. And a great return up past the 40. But this one may not stand. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Throwing is Stafford. And he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. A gain of 6 there on first. And they're going to speed things up here. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Garoppolo to try again on second down. Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This one caught by Kittle. Offensive explosion help leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep running.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for LA, they finish oh so close to perfection in the regular season, but this